Okay. Let me share something with you guys. Get ready. What? Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I'm not kidding. It's here. This is real. It's time. Need I say more? I just wrote a check for like $5,000. I didn't literally write a check. I just paid for an order of Blu-rays. Who has a Blu-ray player? I don't know. Now, for those who are like, who has a Blu-ray player? Okay, boomer. We are also getting it on streaming platforms. I'll talk about that in a second. It will be on streaming. But we wanted to do Blu-ray because on the streaming platforms, we have to edit it down to a length that like your mom would want to watch. And the streaming version is going to be a very tight, about 90-minute edit. The original edit was like 3 hours. No, it was like 2.5 hours. It was 3 40-minute episodes. And the whole thing, every single bit of the film, probably more than most people are going to watch, but that's up to you, is on the Blu-ray. So we wanted to be able to get the whole film out. And the only way, and also some people just want like a commemorative Blu-ray. So if you want the commemorative Blu-ray with the entire film, also probably it's going to be a little bit higher image quality than streaming, just because that's how streaming usually is. But if that's the kind of person you are, you can buy the Blu-ray right now. We are supposed to get them in from the duplicator towards the end of July, around July like 23rd, I think. So if you order it today, it's still going to be like 3 or 4 weeks till you actually get it. So it's just the way it is. But there's two versions. There's the standard version for $20, and there is the JB signed version, which comes with one of my challenge coins. And I don't sell these or give these away as prizes, usually. Almost never. But I figure that in this case, you helping support the film... Okay, good enough. I'll throw it in. So this is going to be one of the only ways to get one of these challenge coins without basically knowing me personally or meeting me. Somebody in the chat was like, well, your signature's worth $30 more. Hey, that's up to you, man. That's up to you. Don't like it, don't buy it. The idea is that some people may just want to pay more and support the film and feel good about it. And if that's you, well, then you could buy the signed edition. But the signed edition does come with this challenge coin, which is pretty exclusive. So let's talk about the digital option, the streaming option. What's the challenge coin for? It isn't for anything. It's a commemorative item. There is a military history of challenge coins. You can look up military challenge coins, and you can read about the history of unit coins and challenge coins. But they've just become commemorative items. So Chuck says, that was me. Sorry, I didn't mean it negatively. Oh, no problem, Chuck. Maybe Chuck was like, oh yeah, your signature is worth $30. That's up to you. We thought some people might want to buy a signed special edition because people are always asking, will you sign it? Will you sign it? Will you sign it? I was like, all right, well, okay. So what about streaming? What about streaming options? As far as streaming goes, there is a service we have submitted the film to. And it's like a middleman that knows how to get your film on streaming services. They know all the hoops you have to jump through. They have all the contacts. And most importantly, they look at your film and go, okay, you need to make these changes before we submit it to Apple Movies or whatever. Because they won't take it if you haven't done these 6 things. Like, for example, one of the things we didn't know is streaming services don't want you to promote any other social media. So we had to remove all the pilot's social media handles to get it on the stream. They were just like, they won't take it if it's got the social media handles on there. Like, oh, interesting. They don't want to see you mentioning websites, URLs, anything. So we're like, okay, so we had to edit those things and blur them out. So it has been accepted by this middleman, and now they are pushing it to the streaming platforms, and it will be another a shortish period of time before we find out which platforms have accepted it. But that's coming. There'll be another announcement. So if you don't want Blu-ray, it's coming to streaming. I will let you know. But if you're ready to buy a Blu-ray, today is the day. Jason Aviator, you did send me one. Have I got your coin right here? I do. I have a couple unit coins. Jason Aviator. Oh! How disrespectful. Yep, Jason Aviator sent me his unit coin. The 347th Mission Support Group. It's going to be out of focus, but there it is. I do have it. I have it right here on my desk. I've got a couple unit coins down there. Jason Aviator, did I send you back one of mine? I probably shouldn't ask that here on stream. Well, you'll be like, no, you son of a bitch. You just kept it. You didn't send me anything. All right. So that's a little update on Flowstate. I'm extremely excited to have this manifest. I wish it had happened sooner, but you know, it is what it is. We are where we are. I'm happy to be able to get this out to you guys. I sat down and I watched the 90-minute edit with my wife, who has actually, she has never sat down because I haven't had any way to really, well, anyway, she hasn't watched the whole cut. I've showed her little bits of it, and I was super happy with the 90-minute edit. James Christensen did a fantastic job with all the work on editing. Without him, this film would never be where it is. I'm excited that we're able to give you guys all of the, because some of the bits that we cut, like, I'm like, okay, I see why we cut it, and it's a better film without it, but I also really love that segment. So I'm excited that you guys can buy the whole film, but I'm also excited you'll be able to watch it on streaming and so forth. So go ahead and get them orders in. So Nickel FD asks, is the Blu-ray 1080p or 4K? So Nickel, I had hoped that the Blu-ray would be 4K UHD. It is not. I asked James why. It's going to be 1080p Blu-ray. And James said that, and I wasn't aware of this. I got out of physical media just as DVDs were ending and Blu-rays were beginning, and I kind of switched over to streaming, and I never got heavy into Blu-rays, so I didn't know this. Apparently, 4K Blu-rays, UHD Blu-rays, are a different type of Blu-ray, a different physical disc, and would have cost a shitload more money for us to make. So, yeah, we decided, based on how much it would have cost us to have them produced, that we were going to do the 1080 one. So it's going to be 1080, not 4K. Obviously, there is a potential to do a 4K special edition in the future. We have the footage at high resolution, but for now it's 1080. I had thought it was going to be 4K. I didn't realize that you couldn't. I kind of thought all Blu-rays were 4K. I guess I didn't know. I will say this though. High bitrate 1080p, like a good, whatever, 50 megabit per second 1080p Blu-ray is going to look really freaking good. It's not going to look as good as 4K, obviously, but it's going to look pretty freaking good. Mr. Grem is complaining about shipping of the disc to the UK. Mr. Grem, that's just what it costs to ship something to the UK. I'm sorry. I guarantee you we're not gouging you on the shipping. I guarantee you we're just charging you what USPS charges us. I'm sorry that's a large number. It just is what it is, my friend. It just is what it is. And there's, you know, in some alternative world, perhaps we could come up with Europe distribution. But for now, they're literally just shipping from. They're shipping. I mean, James is going to be hand packaging some of them. I was like, James, you don't have to do that. He was like, yeah, okay.